Hello once again, dear viewers. You're watching ERi-TV. Welcome to our news broadcast. Here are the headlines. Head of Organizational Affairs at the PFDJ holds meeting with nationals in Australia. The Smaller College of Education confers postgraduate diploma to 57 teachers. French retirement age strike hits schools and trains. Biden administration to end COVID public health emergency in May. In our domestic news, Mr. Yusuf Saeed, Head of Organizational Affairs at the PFDJ, held virtual and in-person meeting with nationals from various cities of Australia, focusing on strengthening organizational capacity. At the meeting conducted from 22 to 29 January with nationals in Sydney, Brisbane, Melbourne, Adelaide and Perth, Mr. Yusuf gave briefing on the history of the struggle of the people of Eritrea for independence, as well as in safeguarding the national sovereignty. Mr. Yusuf also gave briefing on the covert and overt hostilities that have been perpetrated against Eritrea and the strong Hizbawi Makhate resilience of the Eritrean people to combat and foil the hostilities, indicating that the encouraging stage Eritrea has currently reached is the result of strong resilience and perseverance of the government and people of Eritrea. Mr. Yusuf called on the nationals to strengthen organizational capacity and participation in the national affairs. The participants of the meeting on their part expressed readiness to strengthen organizational capacity and participation in the implementation of the national development programs. Smaller College of Education confers postgraduate diploma to 57 teachers, including 13 women today, 31 January. According to Dr. Jonas Mesfin, acting dean of the college, the graduates include 18 in social science, 30 in pedagogy, and 9 in English language. Dr. Jonas went on to say that the one-year training incorporated basic concepts of pedagogy and psychology, students and class management, languages training, modality, social and natural science, as well as exams preparation and planning. Dr. Jonas further noted that in 4 rounds that the college has graduated 312 students, including 51 women in postgraduate program, and there is plan to introduce master's education program in the near future. The Culture and Sports Department in the Central Region organized training to 79 youth on painting, literature and poems. The trainees included 38 in painting and 41 in literature and poems. Speaking at the conclusion event of the training on 30 January, Mr. Siraj Mahmood, representative of the department, said that the objective of the training was to upgrade the vocational capacity of the youth and called on the trainees to apply the training they have acquired, then they were provided with, to improve their livelihoods. Commending for the training opportunity they were provided, representative of the trainees called for sustainability of the training program. Those are domestic news. Please stay tuned now for the international news right after the short break. A nationwide strike is underway in France in a second wave of protests against President Emmanuel Macron's plans to raise the retirement age from 62 to 64. 8 big unions are taking part in the strike, which is disrupting schools, public transport and oil refineries. Protests are expected across France after more than 1 million people took part in the first day of action earlier this month. Half of primary teachers are on strike. The Macron government is pushing ahead with its pension age reforms in the face of opinion polls that suggest 2/3 of voters are opposed to the changes, which begin their passage through National Assembly next week. United States President Joe Biden has informed Congress that his administration will formally end 2 national emergencies declared to address the COVID-19 pandemic on May 11, restructuring the federal response to the virus as an endemic public health threat. The announcement on Monday came in a statement opposing resolutions being brought to the floor this week by House Republicans to bring the emergency to an immediate end. House Republicans are also gearing up to launch investigations on the federal government's response to the virus. The announcement comes as legislators have already ended elements of the emergencies that kept millions of Americans insured during the pandemic. The change would also mean the response can be managed through public health agencies, normal authorities. The move, combined with the down of the most federal COVID relief money, would also shift the development of vaccines and treatments away from the direct management of the federal government. That was our news. Please stay tuned now for a recap of tonight's headlines. Head of Organizational Affairs at the PFDJ holds meeting with nationals in Australia. Asmara College of Education confers postgraduate diploma to 57 teachers. French retirement age strike hits schools and trains. Biden administration to end COVID public health emergency in May. And that was our news for tonight, dear viewers. It is good night from us.